Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former business director at Swift? Former Swift board member? Former CFO of PayPal? Former head of the DTCC? Former chief business officer at Uber? Former VP of Amazon and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF.
Hi guys, in today's video we have a special one. Today we're going to talk about, we're talking about several things. We're talking about the current global economy, and we're also going to talk about a currency, a special digital currency that I think that will allow you to be rich in the future. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I created the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. If you're new to the channel, I'm super excited because I have a banger. In today's video, we're going to talk about a lot. We're going to talk about the current state of economy, and we're also going to talk about a special currency that's going to allow you to gain and obtain a lot of wealth. But before we get into the channel, please, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. It allows us to reach a wider audience and allows YouTube to push us within their algorithm. It allows us to leave these lights on, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you have anything derogatory in your credit report, I mean anything negative, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies, medical bills, guys, you name it, please go over to mycreditapproved.com. It's the website and the software that I was telling you about that allows you to put the full experience to your own hands. Guys, people are removing thousands of dollars worth of debt by themselves. They are no longer using credit repair companies. They are putting this information and this experience into their own hands and appreciating on a deeper level. Guys, please go to mycreditapproved.com, check out the software, and start removing these items, guys. If you have anything derogatory on your credit report. Let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes of this video. Now, so basically what we're going to do, we're going to basically bring in a special guest. He is a crypto educator. He was probably one of my favorite on the YouTube space. His numbers is doing tremendous, and he has bringing a lot of people under the umbrella of education in the crypto space. And I want to thank and honor my special guest, XRPville. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate
Happy
you.
to be here. Nice to see you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, man.
I appreciate you. So, yeah, tell the people about who you are. Tell the people where you're from. Tell them people a small synopsis about you.
Oh, well, I was born in Queens, right?
Okay.
And Italian and Puerto Rican and Native American as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm from upstate New York.
Awesome. I see that you have the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is reaching thousands of individuals. It's teaching them about the space of the future of this space. And I think that is very important for us to learn, because as you guys know, a lot of the global economies is crashing. A lot of the markets is crashing. as in my old videos, we talked about the housing crash, we talking about the auto loan crash, we talked about a lot of markets crashing all at once all over the globe. And why is that? It's because quite frankly, inflation is getting too high and we printed too much money, and now everything is tumbling one domino at a time. And they are transferring everything over to digital. Everything is going digital. They are getting rid of the cash.
You're going to a different form.
We're going to a digital format. And the leaders that's going to be in front of that space is the ones that get rich. The highest number of individuals usually get rich during the recession because they get in front of opportunities. So talk to us about the current economic recession that's going on, and what do you think in your views of the future of the state?
Well, not only just the state, basically of the world, you know what I'm saying, because this is what this is about right now. You know, every certain amount of years, you know, change, you know, has to come, because the same system can't, you know, function forever. Right. You know what I mean? So it has to be a change. So right now, what we're seeing, you know, with what happened with the C-19, I don't want to say the whole word, right? But, you know, the what happened with the C, you know what the C is. What happened with the C? Basically, you know, they printed the most money that they've ever printed. They printed about like 95% of the whole U.S. dollar. Right.
Absolutely. So basically, what that means is when the U.S. dollar used to be based off gold, but when they took us off the gold standard, the U.S. dollar, the value dropped tremendously because the U.S. dollar began to be based off debt, right? So when you go into a grocery store and you see a small bag of chips that used to be a quarter when I was a shorty or a kid,
it used to be like 25 cents.
So now they 75, 89 cents for a small. For you from uptown, so it's everything more expensive. I'm trying to
it's still expensive though.
But for the most part, when you go to the grocery store and you see the inflated price from a 25-cent bag of chips go all the way up to a $75, $89 bag of chips, that inflated price comes from what is backed. So the more money that they print out, the more they have to bring up the price of goods, the price of service, because that is how they are backing our currency. And the US dollar is the global reserve currency. That means that if you wanted to send money from China to Puerto Rico, you had to transfer in the US dollar. Even if the US don't have anything to do with the transaction, you have to use the US dollar to transfer the currency currently. And that is fixing to change. A lot of the countries are backing out of the US dollar. They are basically tired of the US dollar bullying the financial markets, and they are backing out. And that, what do you think, XRP Vail, that's going to happen in regards to all the countries backing out the US dollar?
First of all, you got to ask yourself, why would the countries want to back out of the US dollar, right? So basically, that reason being is because what's happening is it's going to be like a global deal to be made, right? So it's just basically going to be a whole global situation with all global leaders where they all come together and just come together with a deal with a new world currency, since the dollar is finished, like it's finito. You know what I'm saying? Right.
So I seen that the British pound have collapsed, or almost have collapsed to almost nothing. The Chinese currencies, a lot of different world currencies is collapsing, and the trickling effect is going to hit the U.S. pretty soon here. And when that do happen, I think that is going to be the greatest depression in world history. Robert Kiyosaki said that this is going to be the greatest U.S. depression, a global depression in world history, and it's not going to change. It's going to change it's going to change the entire markets worldwide. And what I believe is what's going to happen right now is that we are actually having a liquidity crisis, right? A liquidity crisis is basically meaning that we don't have enough capital to fit the bill. So when you are printing a lot of money and printing a lot of money and printing a lot of money and printing a lot of money, eventually you are basically inflating a big bubble, right? And like XRP Vail said, that the US have printed more money in the last 2 years, two to 3 years, than they have printed in the last 200. So what happens when you equate all of that printing of dollars at one particular time. What happens with that? You get hyperinflation, and you put the global economy in a position where they don't have enough liquidity to fit the bill, right? So when you have a charge on your credit card, debit card, basically, and if you see it that you don't like it, or it wasn't yours, or it was a mistake, you can't dispute the charge immediately, right? You can't call and say, okay, oh yeah, this just happened 10 minutes ago, I want to dispute it. 9 times out of 10, your bank is going to say
5 days.
It's going to have to settle, right? The settlement during that time right now is very, very dire for the global economy, because that settlement time has trillions of dollars in stagnation all over the world, because they are being stagnant, meaning that they cannot move because they have to wait to settlement, right? So the new currency that we are talking about today is going to free up trillions of dollars. Now, the reason I feel like this is going to be
trillions of capital
instantly. So the problem that this new technology, this new currency is going to bring is a $1 trillion problem. It's solving a $1 trillion problem. And I think that the future of the global economy needs this immediately. I feel like that is going to save the whole global economy all at once. And let's talk about the currency that I feel like is going to be the number one asset in the world, and that's XRP. XRP is a cryptocurrency that is owned by a company named Ripple, right? Ripple is basically the company that owns the technology for XRP. But XRP is the technology that moves things. It moves assets. It moves anything that has value. It moves any currency, any asset, anything that has value. And the settlement times is 3 seconds, right? So imagine trillions of dollars being freed from having to wait 2 to 3 days for settlement to 3 seconds in settlement. It's going to free up all of that liquidity. Actually, the software is called on-demand liquidity. And basically, when you have a liquidity crisis and you have a technology that produces on-demand liquidity almost instantly, and it costs, how much does it cost to transfer? Almost less than a penny. Do you understand what I'm saying? So imagine moving trillions and trillions of dollars moving in seconds opposed to days. Did you know that if you wanted to send $50,000 to California from Texas, the fastest way to do it is to get $50,000 in cash, put it in a briefcase, and jump on a plane and take it all the way there via plane. That's the fastest way to send $50,000 to California. That's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous, because like I said, we live in 2023 almost. So that issue is going to be big. What are your thoughts on XRP?
But the thing is, well, XRP, first of all, it's an open source technology. And Ripple basically they're leveraging XRP, you know what I'm saying, so the technology of it. And then they basically know all of the governments in the world. They came out basically like in 2012. So essentially you would say that XRP was gifted to them by the creator, which is David Schwartz. And basically, right, what XRP is gonna do, because like how you was mentioning the inflation and stuff like that, they printed the dollar into oblivion, right? So they know this. This is a whole geopolitical situation that we're in right now, that's gonna basically create the biggest transformational shift in human history. And not only the biggest transformational shift in human history, also the biggest wealth transfer in human history.
That's a fact.
So basically, well, you go ahead if you want to say something.
No, go ahead, bro.
So basically, the thing is this, is like they only made like 100 billion XRP, right? So it was made to transfer value around the world. So, it has to be a very high price, because like it wouldn't work if it was a high price. And when you're transferring trillions of dollars in seconds, you're not going to transfer trillions of dollars in seconds with a world currency that's only worth $100 when you could have it worth, $200,000.
So give us the next scenario of how a country will use XRP to transfer a currency to another country. Give us an example.
Okay. So basically, for that to happen, some country will have to adopt that currency as its currency, right? So all countries are going to adopt, XRP as its currency, because the US dollar is like, like we were saying before, it's finished, it's over. Like anybody with half half a brain can understand that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So if that collapses, it's like, what do you do? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, it has to be replaced, right? So it has to switch digital, like the petrodollar cash, like everybody, originally knows. The petrodollar is just gonna just be gone in a sense of paper money, but it's gonna just transform to a different form. You know what I'm saying? A digital form. And the reason why they want to transform it into a digital form is because, they want to be able to track down like any criminals or doing any illegal things. So if every transaction is recorded and is based on XRPs based on distributed ledger technology. So that's, with central bank digital currencies, you're going to need that with every country since the petrodollar is gone, and you're going to need world currency to be able to transfer that. But it's going to be in the form of an SDR. And go ahead. You good? Okay. So it's going to be in a form of a ESDR, but originally it's SDR, special drawing rights, right?
Okay.
Used by the IMF, but it turns into an ESDR because that's what XRP makes it. Right. You get what I'm saying? That's why Ripple, they're basically in bed together with the International Monetary Fund, and a lot of people don't.
What is that?
The International Monetary Fund, they basically bail out the countries all over the world when they need help, when they need money.
Right.
They ask them for help and they ask them for money, right? So notice how I said help. Okay. So when a dollar collapses, what are you gonna need? You're gonna need help, right? Petrodollar collapses. Those countries are gonna need help, right? But if the petrodollars collapsed, how are they going to get help? Okay, well, we're going to help you through a central bank digital currency.
Right. So, in a FYI, guys, this is not financial advice. This is just me giving you some regular advice. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy any XRP, any type of cryptocurrencies, but I am going to educate you. Guys, I love you with all my heart, and I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, honestly believe that the technology that's behind this particular coin is going to be phenomenal. And I know you guys have seen the cryptocurrency market over the last couple months take a fall, but I honestly,
it happens.
I knew that already. I knew that majority of the cryptocurrencies were going to fall. Actually, the CEO Brad Garlinghouse said that 98% of cryptocurrencies have to fall because they're not regulated. And Brad Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple,
yeah.
And he said that 99% of these cryptos will fall because they don't have utility.
Nope. No use case.
When you are interested in investing into any digital asset, you want to make sure that the asset has worldly utility. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this, you have never seen me promote a digital currency ever. But the reason I'm doing this is because the world is about to change very fast, and I definitely want to give you guys a heads up if you want to listen to what's exactly going to happen.
The thing is, it's not even a promotion. It's just a fact.
So I just wanted to give you guys the facts. He is, if you type XRP into YouTube, his face will pop up first. So
right underneath the search box.
He is an XRP wizard. Like, he's been studying it and following it and investing into it for years now, and he's been educating for years now as well. His YouTube following is great, but it's not really about the subscribers. It's about your engagement. You know what I mean? And the love that your followers give you. You know what I'm saying? You can have 1 million subscribers, but if your fans don't give you no love or show love, then there is no point. So, but yeah, I did want to give you guys an FYI for that. Also, I definitely don't want you to think that I'm promoting, but I do want you guys to understand finance in the direction,
new financial world,
the direction that we're going into. Yeah. So, for instance, it's a technology called ISO 222, right? Okay, tell them about that. This is the new technology standard for banking. It is going live in November, and the first body member of this is XRP, guys. It's going to be crazy. It's not Bitcoin, it's not Ethereum, it's not any of the famous Doge coins, it's not none of that. Nope. It is the ones that has real utility, real technology behind it that solve trillions and billion-dollar problems. And not a lot of cryptos do that. A lot of cryptos create more trillion-dollar problems, like a Bitcoin with its carbon use case, versus XRP is green. It doesn't need to be mined. It doesn't need an extensive amount of energy to produce it. And like I said, it settles in 3 seconds. And it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to transfer. If you try to transfer a Bitcoin, it is going to cost you an arm and a leg to do it. And it's going to take a while for it to happen. 3 seconds, guys. And I wanted you guys to have clarity on the future financial market. And I think the future of it is digital currencies. Digital currencies is the future of the world. the dollar is crashing. When the dollar crash, it's going to be too late. Right now, Ripple have a lawsuit with the SEC that they're kicking ass on. And I honestly, and the lawsuit is getting ready to wrap up. They're getting ready to come to a settlement. And I honestly think that once the settlement happens, you guys are not going to have an opportunity to own any XRP. And right now, you can't even buy it from normal exchange. You can't go on Coinbase and buy it, or, cryptocurrency.com and buy. You have to go on, I get it from Uphold, but they made it very tough for you to buy it. And they have a lawsuit right now with the SEC that they're kicking their ass. The lawsuit almost over. They just had a milestone in the lawsuit where the SEC was reported to have to give up emails that is going to be detrimental for the SEC. And a lot of educators, a lot of professionals think that is going to cause a settlement opposed of them actually producing those documents. But neither here nor there, the lawsuit is almost over. Everyone in the space already know that XRP and Ripple already have this lawsuit by a landslide. And like I said, by the time the lawsuit is over, you're going to hear about it everywhere. This video is going to go down in history, and it's going to be too late. So you guys, do your own due diligence, research everything that I'm talking about. Go into YouTube, type in XRP Veil, type in ISO 222, and see the new global standards that is being unveiled right under your eyes. The IMF, research these terms, IMF, ISO 222, XRP, and see exactly what's going on for yourself and see exactly where the world is going.
The ISO 222 is basically the new global payment standard, right? So it's basically like, enhanced, because people was like saying they always had ISO 222. I'm like, yeah, but it's through just the messaging. This is going to be through HVPS, which is high value payment standard. So the standard of the Internet of Value is XRP. Like, it's right there, like in plain sight, and it's the first body member of ISO 222, and XLM is the second.
How many partners do XRP have?
They have partnerships, governments all over the world, all the central banks. I would say like 300 plus central banks, like all over the world, that literally control the world.
So you telling me all of these 300 banks that's partnering up with Ripple, even doing an SEC lawsuit against the government, they still making partnerships, and you telling me that all of these partnerships are just waiting for the court case to be done?
Yeah, exactly. It's because once the court case is over, there's going to be clarity, and the Security and Exchange Commission was hiding these emails that they were supposed to show the judge, Hinman emails, but they didn't want to show the judge the emails for like 2 years straight. So it's like, once I saw that, it's like, okay, we already know who wins, because if you're hiding something and the judge orders you to show it now, you don't want to show it, so obviously you have no choice but to settle the case, because you don't want to get exposed with whatever it is you're hiding. But I don't this is mainly about the whole cryptocurrency space as a whole.
Yes, because people don't understand, guys, this lawsuit is going to determine the standard for the entire space. Because if Ripple lose this lawsuit and being deemed a security, that means that 99% of the cryptocurrency, if not 100% of the cryptocurrency, will be deemed a security as well, which basically will take down their whole entire market. So this case is not only important for the Ripple partners or the Ripple investors, but it's also for the entire crypto space. Once this case has been done, it's going to provide regularity and clarity for the entire space. XRP is going to be the first regulated coin in the entire space. Guys, take a look at the facts, take a look at the research, and see exactly what's going on, because you don't have a lot of time, and by the time you see it on the news, and by the time you see the lawsuit over, it's going to be too late. So yeah, guys, take some interest, take some time and research the future of the global economy. Not even XRP, just look at the future of the global economy and see where we're going. Seeing that we're going to a new digital standard, look up the terms IMF, look up Christian Lagarde.
Just watch my videos, you'll see everything.
Yeah, watch his videos and you will see everything. Absolutely. What else do you feel like the people should know about XRP before we head out?
Well, basically, it's basically just going to be the new currency to transfer the value of the central bank digital currencies, because the dollar is going to get replaced, and cash is fading rapidly, and then the people who have this currency, they're going to be a part of the new 1%, because hyperinflation is going to come, and then you already see what Elon is doing with those Tesla bots and all that stuff like that, because the inflation is going to keep rising. We're going to hyperinflation, and eventually the people who work, they're going to get replaced. It's crazy to hear, but that's just where it's going because, like, employers ain't gonna pay that much money.
Yeah. So yeah, the bubble is definitely about to burst.
And the UBI.
Yeah, the UBI.
The UBI.
Yeah. So UBI stand for Universal Basic Income, and it's basically a standard that the governments all over the countries, all over the world, is going to basically give the people. When the bubble burst and the dollar crashes and everything is extremely too high and it's not enough liquidity to provide normal resources for consumers, the governments are going to step in and give a stimulus monthly to consumers.
Let me say this real quick. The governments, right, they're going to have the world meeting right now in New York. The United Nations, they have a meeting there like every 70 years. I mean, every 70 years. For the last 70 years, they've had meetings there, right? And this year's meeting, it had double the world leaders at the meeting. So, you're going to need a new world currency to transfer the value of that UBI, the Universal Basic Income, which is going to be in digital form after the US dollar crumbles.
All right, man. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell the people where they can find you and where to get you up.
For sure, yeah. So it's just, if you type XRP in the search box, my name should be about the fifth name down, and it says, XRP Veil with a space, XRP space Veil. And when you click on it, it's gonna say like XRP Veil in the banner, like in kind of like a bluish color, and then it has an X, like a blue X as the profile picture, like a blue X. Okay. You'll see my face on the thumbnails.
Yeah, absolutely. And follow them on Instagram. Are you on social media?
Yeah, Instagram is XRP Veil together. I post a lot of stuff on there too, and I hold like live video call shows and all that stuff. So
you got any other one? Rumble?
Yeah, Rumble too. XRP Veil. You can follow me on Rumble, and I post some things on TikTok too. I already got like 400,000 total views on that, and I'm at 2.6 million total video views worldwide, like all over the world: Australia, Canada, Africa, Brazil, Jerusalem.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So because a lot of people are interested in this asset, man, and I honestly think that is going to be groundbreaking and life changing for a lot of families. And I honestly feel like an asshole if I, had a YouTube channel about finance and never ever talked about this one particular currency. So, like I said, it's not financial advice. I'm not advising you guys to buy any of this, but I do want to give you guys a heads up of what the future of the global economy to look for, and also just to give you guys a thumb and a nugget for an investment that I think that can bring generational wealth. This is going to be one of the biggest wealth transfers in human history, if not the biggest.
Yeah, didn't the British pound collapse?
Yes, it did. The British pound just collapsed. And everything is going to be a trickling effect.
It's going to turn digital, man. They got the reason to turn it digital, man. It's great. It's crazy. It's history.
It's going to be a switch. And it's, like I said, it's going to be the biggest wealth transfer in human history. And I just want my audience to be a part of it. Guys, until next time, take care of your credit and take care of yourself. Credit Coach Q out.